We are the pastors of Peace Church, and we just want to talk a little bit about what Holy Week is, because it's a kind of a big deal in the church, but for many people it's just another week, maybe a longer weekend. You get off Easter Monday, maybe you get off for Good Friday, so you have a nice 4-day weekend, but there's a lot more going on here. And for me, as I think about Holy Week, it's one of those reminders that time is linear, sure, like the years keep progressing on, but time is also cyclical. Like we come to the same time every year. And when we lose a loved one, for instance, or have a birthday, we remember those days. And Holy Week is it's the culmination of the life and the ministry of Jesus. And it's us joining in during that time. It's not driven by the calendar so much as what the lunar cycle and all this other stuff going on. So it changes every year, but under the same moon, we walk through the Passover and the Maundy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Week, the resurrection of Jesus on Easter. So for me, in my own personal walk with Jesus, in my ministry as a pastor, Holy Week has just been this time to become a little more introspective, a little more thoughtful, and just a chance to sit more with this confounding message that through death comes life, and that our God was going to go to the lowest of the lows for us.
Yeah, I really relate to that. So for me personally, I've been going to Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday services for as long as I can remember. My family, it was a big part of our Easter week, or however you want to call it. But Holy Week was just it for us, and so it's become part of just what I do. But there's good reason for it. I just find that if I take that extra time, whether it's worship on Thursday or Friday, or just doing some extra devotional time and really deeply reflecting on the suffering of Christ, which nobody really wants to reflect on that kind of stuff, right? But by doing that, there's something that connects me more deeply with my need for what Jesus has done. And so I appreciate it more. I feel closer to God through that introspection, that reflection, as well as the worship time. But there's also something about really reflecting on the suffering and death that somehow it makes the celebration, the victory, Easter, just a sweeter kind of thing. And as you mentioned, the death out of life, only God can do that. Yeah. And so really focusing on that, this really helps me.
Yeah, cool. You brought up time, which I hadn't thought about until right now.
Yeah.
But yesterday in the staff meeting we had that word for kairos.
Yeah.
So Greeks had a couple of different words for time. Chronos is more just sort of ongoing time, and kairos is a critical time. It's an important time. It's a changing time, and that's what, to me, Holy Week is all about, is the kairos of Jesus' ministry. And we believe that it changed all of history, that Jesus' death and resurrection changes everything. That it was the kairos time in history. And to me, again, I think Ethan, you used the word introspection. That's, to me, what this week gives an opportunity for, again, is to think more deeply about that kairos time, what Jesus' death and resurrection really means, and that it's forgiveness, and that it's life, and that it's hope and purpose, and all of these things. So
yeah, I'm doing a little bit of preparation for my Easter Sunday message, and one of the things that caught me.
I hope you're doing preparation.
Yes, a little bit.
So
that the disciples were afraid when they heard Jesus say before he was in Jerusalem, he's like, "I'm going to go and die."
Yeah.
What's going on here? And Jesus' words can be alarming to us. They can cause fear, and so taking a little extra time to actually sit with them and listen into what Jesus has to say, that's one of the blessings of this week. And we hope that you'll take some time, wherever you are, to go to church and find a place where they're just celebrating the fact that Jesus gave his life for us, the fact that Jesus went to the cross for us, the fact that the tomb is empty for us, whether it's here at Peace or maybe you're somewhere else, or whatever it is. We hope that you'll take some time this week to celebrate what Jesus has done and how he's changed life, changed time. He's changed everything.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, join us, or wherever you're at. You watch this video, find a place, a community of faith, to seize this Kairos, because it could be a Kairos time in your own life, of Jesus welcoming you, of Jesus directing you, perhaps even an adjustment in your life path in such a way that it'll be way more fruitful. So celebrate Holy Week.